On this episode of China Uncensored, watch this video and get $300 free! Hi, welcome to China Uncensored. I'm your host, Chris Chappell. Now, I've been thinking a lot lately about all my viewers out there. You guys give me so much and I haven't been giving back enough lately. That's why I've decided to give $300 to each and every one of my subscribers. That might be a good time to subscribe to China Uncensored. Why am I doing this, you ask? Is it a cheap publicity stunt aimed at boosting my popularity and stroking my ego? I'm devastated you would think that of me. I've in fact been inspired by eccentric Chinese millionaire Chen Guangbiao, he of the infamous offer to buy the New York Times. Earlier this month, Chen put ads in the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal announcing that he was going to host a free lunch for 1,000 poor and destitute Americans and give each of them $300. The ad says that Chen is quietly preparing to launch a U.S.-China charity fund. If this is his way of quietly doing something, I'm not sure I want to know what loudly looks like. Oh, right. Back in January, I talked about how Chen's bid to buy the New York Times was a front for his propaganda stunt to bring back the debunked self-immolation in Tiananmen Square and slander Falun Gong. But this time, it seems like he's really trying to do something good for the homeless in New York. A free filet mignon lunch at the Central Park Boathouse. Some money? Sure, it's a little self-promotional, but I don't see how he can turn this into a propaganda stunt, at least. So, apparently, those are volunteers at the lunch, dressed in Mao-era Red Army uniforms. And apparently, Chen also led the 250 or so people who made it into the lunch, down from 1,000 due to the fact that the venue can't actually hold that many people, in a rousing rendition of a 1950s Communist Party propaganda song called Model Citizen Lei Feng, before they began to eat. Lei Feng was the model revolutionary of the Communist Party, and after all, nothing says benevolent philanthropy like revolutionary struggle. There were some signs from the beginning that this event was not going to go well. Chen had worked out a deal with the New York City Rescue Mission to bring residents from their shelters to the lunch, but the charity had told Chen that it would not be a good idea to give the attendees $300 because some of them had drug or alcohol problems. Instead, Chen agreed that $90,000 would be donated directly to the mission. So the newspaper ads promising $300 to each person? Just a miscommunication, said the charity. We've got it all worked out now. And then Chen got up next to cartloads of money and miscommunicated to everyone at the event that they would indeed be getting $300 each. Let's just say the rescue mission people were not thrilled. They worked out another deal with Chen, allowing him to give $300 to some of the attendees on stage, which then they would have to give back. So these guys, not actually getting that money, but they did get that photo op. When word finally spread that they wouldn't be getting any money, the lunch guests were just a little disappointed. People began yelling. Several guests tried to storm the stage. To be fair, though, that might have been a reaction to Chen's rendition of We Are the World. We are the world. We are the children. After all, it wouldn't be a Chen Guangbiao event without terrible karaoke. In the end, Chen tried to appease the crowd by promising to deliver the money at the rescue mission after the event. He never showed. Instead, the mission had to deal with the angry residents. So the event was not a raging success, and Chen did manage to again shove both his self-promotion and communist propaganda into an act of charity. But at least he didn't further exploit two female burn victims by parading them in front of the media like a freak show and then having them spread more lies about Falun Gong. Why were these women at the event? Chen's assistant told a reporter that she had no idea he was going to bring them. Attendees and reporters were also extremely confused. In fact, most news stories written about the event didn't even mention the women, possibly because it was so completely bizarre that reporters didn't know how to explain it. So in Chen's ad in the New York Times, he said that he wanted to hold this lunch to dispel negative perceptions of China's rich as crazy. Well, then, I don't think there's anything more I can really say about that. You know, I feel so awful about this whole thing. I don't think I can give you guys that $300 anymore. Let's just all agree to treat each other a little better, okay? After all, we are the world. We are the children. We are the winter maker, so let's start giving. Thanks for watching this episode of China Uncensored. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. See you next time.